Hello, everybody. Welcome, Game Changers and Soul Warriors. I'm coming on today with a very important video. It isn't just a video. This is, I'm not sure what's going to happen. So I've been feeling something in my solar plexus, in my sacral, and in my root. And I'm like, what is this? I couldn't clear it. So today I asked Spirit, what is this? What am I supposed to see? What do I want to give to the community, to the collective? I am that divine guide. What do you want me to do? What is important for me to do? And all of the sudden, I heard the Saturn and Neptune gateway. So I'm like, what is this? I forgot about this. The planets, though, I want you to understand, have been aligning in specific ways. So I want you to not separate all the events that have been occurring up to this point. And I also never assume what Spirit is going to bring forth or necessarily what they're talking about. But I've talked about planet alignments. I've talked about the importance of these planet alignments. They've all been relevant for these times when the sun and the moon are coming together in the eclipse. I did an eclipse video the other day. Okay. And the planets are very important right now. So it wasn't, how do I put this? We just had a partial solar eclipse that took us into the fire horse, year of the fire horse. But I talked about a gateway and the actual interstellar gateway rebirth. We're still in this portal. This is a portal of continuum, space-time continuum portal. I talked about that on my Facebook message the other day as well. This week, we are going into a space-time continuum portal. The Saturn and Neptune conjunction, it goes into 0 degrees at Aries, which I don't study astrology. Everything I read is within. It's within the energy. It's within the work that I've done. And I know I'm just kind of going fast right into this, but it's really important. For those who don't know me, Spirit calls me Master Juniper Blue Mystique. I am an Ascension Master, a Master Healer, and a Divine Guide. I have been working through this stuff for the Ascension since 2019 in my awakening from clearing Mount Shasta, which is very important right now because that dealt with Saturn. And I'm going to talk about that. Okay. Bear with me just a second. Let's see if I can pause this and go grab that. Oh, it won't let me pause. Hang on just a second. Hey, Echo. Can you tell Layla to come here, please? Send it across devices.
Announcing to your device.
Okay, I'm going to see if she can bring me this
Layla, can you come
painting.
Here,
because in the work of the Ascension, one of the first things I did was clear Mount Shasta. And I sat on Saturn to do it. This is relevant. I'm getting chills and talking about it. Somebody actually painted that work before I did it. And we had no idea what it meant. Truly, she was doing a reading on my energy, and she got the image that she was seeing, and she's like, I feel the nudge to paint it. And then she sent it to me, and she said Spirit nudged her to do it, and we didn't understand it at the time. But on recording even, you can see that I sat on Saturn. Well, what happened, I recorded all the work that I did. So in clearing Mount Shasta, I sat on Saturn. Okay, let me slow down because I'm trying to, everything came through my awakening and in a process. And one of the first things I did was I sat on the rings of Saturn with Hermes the god. I lassoed Atlantis and we rose it out of the water. Okay. I'm not sure if that one was recorded. That was so long ago. That was back in like 2019, 2020. Hang on. Echo. Send a notification across devices for Layla to come here, please.
Announcing to your device.
So,
from Brianna,
what does this have to do
Layla, come here, please.
with right now? Sitting on Saturn. We are about to go into a 0 degrees Saturn conjunct Neptune, and Spirit's calling it an interstellar gateway. It's a rebirth gateway, okay, which is what we needed to be in balance for. We have to be operating through New Earth at this time. We need to be operating through New Earth now. and I can feel this thing, and I'm going to be doing a healing today. I don't know what I need to do, but it's something about an alignment with the sun and the moon and Saturn and Neptune. Now, I need you to also understand is all of the planets have been in alignment, but in my Birthing New Earth series, it was where the sun and the moon come together. All the DNA came down. Yesterday, I was doing healing light movement with my kids, and all this DNA was coming through the sun. That's happening. Then, Echo, send a notification across all devices for Angelo to tell Layla to come here right now.
Announcing on all devices. From Brianna. Angelo, tell Layla to come here right now.
My teenagers and their headphones frustrate me. Like, if you can't hear me, there's a problem, mister. Okay. So I want to slow down because this is quite detailed and every piece of the work matters. I've been calling you in here. You know the painting over there with Saturn and me standing in it? And can you bring that to me, please? I couldn't pause my recording. Thank you, Sunshine. Very much so. Okay. This one. Okay. I didn't do this painting. This painting was done by somebody else. I don't know if she wants me to give her name, so I won't. But she is very connected to spirit. She did a reading on me back in 2020, and this is what we saw. So I didn't understand what was happening yet in this painting, and neither did she. Okay. Here's Saturn, and there's an angel under here, if you can see that. Okay. Turns out I sat on Saturn, the rings right here in meditation one time with Hermes, the god, and he gave me his like golden winged belt. And then I lassoed Atlantis out of the water, and I cleared this contract that I had written that said Atlantis would never rise again because of what happened to me. And I didn't understand that yet. All of that didn't make sense until after I activated the chakra system of the earth for New Earth. Okay. Then I processed the death of Atlantis. But what happened first is I sat on Saturn, and nobody could understand that except for they would tell me that Saturn represents karma. And I was like, huh. And it turns out for the ascension, we do have to heal our karma. Okay. But we have to be in New Earth energy now. Okay. We really do. We need to be balanced from the heart center now. Then after that, see this angel going into the mountainside there? We didn't understand that either. And I remember somebody telling me, I think that's, what did she say? Fallen angel or something. Can't remember. You see the triangle with the eye up here. And then you see like, it looks like a portal where all these souls are rising through. Yeah, that was Mount Shasta. So then after I sat on Saturn, cleared my contract that said it would never rise again, lassoed Atlantis, and we rose it out of the water. Then I cleared Mount Shasta, which turns out to be the red dragon. And I didn't know that at the time either. This painting was done before I did the work by somebody else. I wish she was here to say, yep, she's somewhere out there. Love her dearly. So also underneath Mount Shasta, the first part of Mount Shasta, there's two parts. I freed like 100 souls. Okay. Hundreds of them actually. And it took me about 30 days to process all of their deaths. Then in part 2, I went underneath Mount Shasta. There were like these tunnels, and that's where like all of these souls were trapped in these body parts and stuff. And there was a fallen angel there. And like represented with like an upside down cross and the kind of how they all look. But it was like a fallen angel under there, and I burned him. He burned. Okay. Then Mount Shasta was fully cleared. All of California was cut off from life support. And I saw a big, huge, like tsunami wave come in through San Francisco. And I kept saying changes of tides will come in through San Francisco. Okay. I kept saying that. And I see California like sink into the water. This was happening in 2020. It's on my videos. It's all on my playlist on my channel. It's there over the years. I've been doing this work and I didn't understand it. Okay. Then in Birthing New Earth, also we found out Mount Shasta was a red dragon because Spirit had me draw a white dragon, and Mount Shasta was the red dragon and has been defeated. And that's part of the prophecy of the return of Christ. So then in birthing the new earth, I talked about the planets aligning. I talked about the sun and the moon aligning, the DNA coming through. And then new earth birthed. And I also have 3 paintings over there where I have the white buffalo standing between the 2 volcanoes. And then all of the sun returning to earth, the light. And then we go through the gateway portal. Now I also feel, so this is important because I need you to hear me on this. Okay, so we have the Saturn and Neptune gateway coming, what is it, February 20th. I don't study astrology. This is just what Spirit wanted me to tune into, because everything led up to this moment, and here we are, and they want me to do some kind of healing today, and I don't know what's coming through, so stay with me, okay? We have to be present for Spirit. It's never about don't have time. We have all the time in the world, trust me, because that's all their time there is, really, because we are in it. We are going through it, okay? Right now, we are in it. We are going through it. But I also need to take this to August. So I do believe in August, we have a full eclipse. So bear with me. I'm going to look up August. Full eclipse and planet alignments. But I need 2026. Solar and lunar eclipses in 26. August 12th, 2026, when a total solar eclipse will be visible across parts of Greenland, Iceland, and northern Spain. The moon will completely block the sun, casting a wide shadow. Okay. Planetary alignment and planet parade 2026 guide. I need to see if there's something in August. January 10th, Jupiter at opposition. Late February, 6th planet, planet parade. In late February, a visible planet parade will draw attention. Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune will appear grouped on the same side of the sky. From Earth's perspective, all planets orbit along the ecliptic plane. When several clusters on one side of the sun, we observe what is commonly called a parade of planets. Okay? A full 7-planet alignment will not occur until February 3rd, 2034. Smaller groupings remain more common. Ooh, okay. 7 planets alignment also makes me think, I don't know. So I need you to understand something, though. Hang on, let me look through to August. August 12th, total solar eclipse. And a meteor shower. And that's all it's showing for there. So I have a feeling that's also very important, though. It's on the 12th, the total solar eclipse. I feel like that's also very important, okay? So I want to keep our focus out towards that one also, and how they truly are kind of connected to this one. But on February 20th, we are going into Saturn and Neptune conjunct. They're going into 0 degrees. So it's like a complete rebirth. This is a rebirth gateway. Earth is rebirthing right now. We are truly rebirthing right now. So there are going to be, bigger fallouts in the system of the Earth, as well as we have to be living through new Earth now. Okay, but today I have to do something with the sun and the moon. So I talked about this, you guys. I want to show you something. And this is why I don't ever I let Spirit guide everything that I do and that I talk about. I try not to think ahead. I try not to make assumptions. It's just really important for me. And I did the work, so I know what it is. I know it's coming. But I try very hard. So I'm going to share this with you. I haven't ever shared on here before. I'm using Teams now, so hopefully you can see this. But I hope you can. I don't know. Hopefully it's working. It doesn't show me, but it says sharing. Okay, so this is my playlist. This is where you're going to see Clearing Mount Shasta 1, Part 2, Healing the Sun and the Moon, Activating the Pyramids. All of the things are here. Every bit of my work, including my battle with my twin flame, which is very important. I talked about the year of 2026 being the year of rebirth. Okay, and we truly are in rebirth, undoing the Holy Grail, bringing down the blood of Christ, the sun and the moons, taking us into 7D. It's the seventh wave of creation, the 7 planets also. That's why that stuck out to me. But when we go, here's Mount Shasta Part 2, where Samael burned, okay? And the white dragon, it's in here as well. Mount Shasta being the red dragon, okay? In one of these, the poles shifted. I've shifted the poles like a few times. I feel like that's also important for what's coming. And then more stuff with the sun and the moon that I did. Why Mount Shasta? What does it mean when I say I cut it off life support, all of California? That's true, by the way. It's dead to the earth map because of what they did. They stole the earth's root chakra and they took it there, and they closed down the portal of the gods, which was actually Fiji. So it's important to understand that was in the work that I did, and it was considered Mount Shasta, or the red dragon. Okay. I showed that in one of these videos. You'll see a white dragon. I was going to show you that really quick. You will see, if you can see this, I hope so. If not, then you're just looking at me, looking at a screen. But hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. In one of these, there's an image where I drew a white dragon. It's probably more forward towards the bottom. So let's go to, oh yeah, Horus returned, Sekhmet returned. Okay, my insides are screaming. We have to do something. Please bear with me. Day 1 of birthing New Earth, I put up the separation wall, and Adam and Eve came back together. And each time those happened, I could feel my soul becoming one. It is true that they ripped apart their souls, okay? Day 2 of New Earth creation, planetary alignment, 7D activation, solar system, stars are born, end is now. This is relevant. I actually want to know if I mentioned any particular planets in that one. I don't know. But then the sun and the moon. Okay, the sun and the moon aligned and the DNA came down, and then New Earth was birthed. We had new seasons, new food. Okay, everything's rebirthed. The new chakra system, which was very important. And each time I did this, it cut off the matrix more and more. Okay, so we are literally in a rebirth cycle right now. That's what this Neptune conjunct, Saturn and Neptune conjunct at 0 degrees in Aries is truly talking to us about. Okay, that's what it's truly talking to us about. I don't study astrology, but this is what Spirit's telling me to show you. Okay, the psychic's talking about since I've never seen anything like this, because I'm telling you, I used Saturn. It's all connected. Everything's all connected. We realigned the planets. We are switching the poles. We are returning back to what is, and then more. Shifting back the Earth's root chakra back to Fiji, opened up the God portal, undid Mount Shasta, which was the red dragon, undid the Sistine Chapel, which was the darkest portal, shackled and bound El Diablo through the justice system when I undid all of that. So this is very, 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 very beyond just a simple planetary alignment. Okay. A conjunction occurs when 2 planets occupy the same degree of the zodiac, merging their energies in one powerful force. Saturn and Neptune meet approximately every 36 years, but their meetings are not created equal. Saturn represents structure, discipline, responsibility, boundaries, and the material world. It's a karmic planet. It represents karma. It is the greater teacher who demands we do the hard work to manifest our dreams into reality. This is important. Neptune embodies spirituality, intuition, dreams, compassion, and the invisible realms. It dissolves boundaries and connects us to the divine consciousness and universal love. When these 2 cosmic forces unite, the veil between the spiritual and material worlds grows remarkably thin. Dreams demand to become reality. Vision requires concrete action, and the invisible becomes visible. This is big. We want to talk about the end of the world and the beginning of a new one. That's where we're at right now. Why the Saturn-Neptune conjunction is different. While Saturn and Neptune meet every 3.5 decades, this particular conjunction carries extraordinary significance. It occurs at 0 degrees, Aries, what astrologers call the world point or Aries point. This is the precise degree where the sun crosses the celestial equator at the spring equinox, marking the beginning of the astrological new year. It is quite literally the starting point of the entire zodiac wheel. Let me read that again. This is the precise degree where the sun crosses the celestial equator. I also activated the masculine pyramids along the equator line. That is true. Let's see, where are they? They're in here. You guys, I did so much work. It's all throughout here. And you have to watch. You actually have to take the time to watch these things because there's a lot to it. Yes. So all of the masculine pyramids were in the equator line. Okay. The first one was Ecuador. Then it was Kilimanjaro, Colombia, Congo. Okay. Those were along the equator line. Why is that significant? What does that have to do with anything? Activating the pyramids. You guys, what I'm going to do today has something to do with taking the sun through. There's an invisible line that I see that's going to connect Saturn and Neptune, and it needs to come into my solar plexus. I need to take it into the sun and the moon, and we're going to draw a line through all of that. And it's like this massive boom. And these pyramid being activated and all returned back to light means that mass amount of light's about to return to Earth. And I mean mass amount of Christ light, mass amount of the sunlight. There's no difference. There's no separation with that, by the way. So the end of an illusion, okay? Building daily spiritual practice. This is exactly what I talked about also in my message on Facebook for this week ahead, is that we have to be in a spiritual routine. We need to be in that spiritual routine. The foundation of New Earth, we need to be acting through right now, okay? Because we are it's the rebirth interstellar gateway. And on day 8 of birthing New Earth, so hear me. I'm going to show you this one more time because I need to. Hang on with me just a second here. Where did I go? Where did I go? All I did was put them down. Where did they go? Okay. So let's show you this one. Okay. Back here to birthing New Earth. I need to understand this because it's so layered, and this is what I'm hearing. And I feel like also the full sun and the moon alignment matters in August. I don't know. So we have day 1, birthing New Earth. Adam and Eve come together, and we divide the false world from the new one. And this whole time, the matrix will be dying, and New Earth will be rebirthing. This is where we are. I've said that. Okay. Then 3 major events will occur to cause people to look up. We're like in the time of darkness, where all darkness is at the surface right now. I told you this. God skipped plans, and he was rushing the end for a reason. Okay. That's true. Matrix, Earth releasing, reset of mankind. Okay. Day 8. Rebirth, life, death, rebirth cycle. End of a time portal of life, heart reviews applied. This rebirth life cycle, figure 8. Life reviews, heart reviews applied, end of time portal. Okay, end of time portal. All right, we are in this portal. We are in this portal. However long we are in it, I don't feel like the energy is going to shift in just one day. But again, I don't dictate anything. I'm just telling you what I did and how it aligns to what's happening and how it's way more powerful than what you think it is. It's way more than what your mind can process it to be. Okay? It is way more than what your mind can process it to be. Now, I know this video is going to be a little long one, but it's okay because we need to understand what Spirit's wanting us to see. Okay? But I need to do something because I feel something in my energy really bad. All right, so I'm lighting some candles. I also have some sage and some cinnamon chunks right in here that I'm going to light because I need to. We're going to call on the Creator and all the angels because I hurt really bad. Something has to be done here. I'm telling you. We are in and going into, so I'm being rushed to do this a little bit ahead of time, right? So this is supposed to hit what, on the 20th? It's supposed to hit on the 20th, correct? That's what they're saying. That's when Saturn goes conjunct with Neptune, okay? At 0 degrees, which is where the two Earths collide and we are divided. We are going to be divided, okay? Meaning some of us will be creating new Earth and others will be falling with the old one. Period. There is no going back. There is nothing. Either you are on the path to creating with new Earth or you're falling with the old one. Okay? I want you to think of like a 0 degree point. It's where life restarts. Rebirth. Okay? And if you truly watched all of my videos, you would see the significance of this. The poles shifting energetically and physically. So it's a big deal. We are at the rebirth point. Okay? I've lit a candle. I lit some cedar, sage, and cinnamon, and I'm going to light some more of that. And I'm also lighting a Palo Santo. I'm going to be doing a healing. I have to do a healing. This is a healing as well. And I know I talked really fast, but I need you guys to understand is I've done so much work. It's taken me since 2019 to do everything. It was boom, boom, boom. That's all my life consisted of, including a battle with my twin soul union, which almost killed me. And it did take his life, and I got a walk-in twin soul. So we need to be spiritually path aligned now, and we need to be heart-centered, balanced. We need to be creating from new Earth only if we're rising. This is the rebirth point, okay? This is where two worlds go whoop and separate, and one will continue falling, and the other will continue rising, okay? Heart reviews being applied. Okay, this is the rebirthing cycle. We are in the rebirth of new Earth. That's what I showed you. The rebirth of new Earth cycle. Okay, it is the reset of mankind. So, you know, where the veil becomes thin and everything is seen. So we need to do something today. We are not at the 20th yet, are we? We are on the 18th. So we have 2 days to this point, and my energy feels like it's being ripped apart. So I can feel it in my solar plexus and in my sacral chakra. And it's intense. So we're going to see what comes. This is a healing. I'm going to do healing, okay? So I need you with me if you want to join in on this. And if you don't, that's okay too. You don't have to. This is for those wanting to ascend. If you don't know me, I burp. Everything I do is channeled through. All I know is this is what Spirit told me to do. And here we are. What else is coming? I don't know. I was told to grab certain things. So I did. I'm going to light another. You guys, I'm telling you, my solar plexus feels horrible. I'm going to light another solar plexus incense. I had already lit one. Okay. It's intense for me because I have to do a healing in this. So the message is important. This truly is the rebirth point. Oh, also, in my Facebook post that I did yesterday, which Spirit really nudged for, I did a guidance for right now, and they gave me crystals for the week. Okay. The crystals for the week they called Jupiter Sun. It was amethyst, which goes into our crown, our third eye, our throat, and our heart space area. And then we have citrine, which this is the best citrine that I have. It's a pyramid that I used when I was activating the pyramids for an ascension sphere crystal grid. But it has citrine in it. It's a citrine pyramid. Okay. You can kind of see it. My fingernails look a little dirty because I was breaking up sage. But, okay. It's a citrine pyramid. So it's Jupiter Sun crystals what Spirit showed me are important right now is amethyst, which goes in our top half, citrine for the solar plexus and into the sacral, and then sunstone, okay, which goes from the sacral into the root, okay. I also have some red jasper here that I was kind of drawn to grab. I have a bay leaf here that I was kind of drawn to grab. I just lit some solar plexus incense. Supposedly that is what it's connected to. And I have a little instrument here that I need to kind of play. And I also have, excuse me, Koshi chime, Koshi bell, whatever you want to call it, fire that I was drawn to grab. Okay. And we're going to do a guided healing. So whatever Spirit wants to have come through for this is important. This has to do with the planetary alignment. This has everything to do with the planetary alignment. Okay. What I see, the only thing I've seen coming for this healing is drawing a line from Saturn through Neptune and the sun and the moon into the solar plexus. And then I see a mass amount of light. So if everything's been returned back to light, we have aligned the pyramids back to where they needed to be so that energy can flow. This is why it's going to be the biggest you've ever known. It's not like anything you've ever had happen. This is the reset point of New Earth. So if you're rising, you cannot live the matrix anymore. That's not a maybe. Heart reviews being applied. Karma, Saturn. I said, clear your karma. Heart reviews will be applied now if you have not healed karma. Okay? If we have not learned our lessons, this was the time we needed to do so. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm afraid to hold it up because it's going to get hot. So this is sage, as well as cinnamon. I really want it to burn a little. Gotta put it down. Hot tamale. It got hot. It is cedar sage and cinnamon. So this is a Return of Christ workshop. That's what God is saying right now. It is a Return of Light workshop that I am doing right now. I'll let another one. You know, I love this stuff. It just doesn't like to stay lit. Even loose. I have it all loose in here and it just doesn't stay going. Come on, I need you smoldering. Smolder. Smolder, as they say it. I just want a little more in the air. A little more. I need it. You work with me, my friend? Yes. Let's see. So also when I did the 2025 predictions, Spirit showed me like a 3-year up till 2030 time frame. And I want you to know that Birthing New Earth, I did it in an 8-video series, boom, 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 boom. But I feel like they're all kind of in one at the same time and all kind of going to continue forward. So from this point forward, we cannot be living out of balance from the heart center if we're rising. Your karma needs to be healed. Healed, not cut tied from. You have to learn the lessons. We have to be whole as a soul. If you're twin flame, you need to internally, at least internally, come together with your twin soul. It should be 100%. Internal to external physical. Beautiful. There we go. Nice. I don't know if you can see that smoke. Oh, it smells so good. It is cinnamon and cedar. It smells so beautiful. All right. So if you're joining me for this healing, let's go. I'm going to call on the creator of all that is. And if you were impatient to wait, then it wasn't your time, right? I'm going to call in the creator of all that is and all the angels too to be with us in this space and time for a guided healing. A return workshop is what they're calling this for the interstellar gateway. Okay. This is the interstellar gateway. Okay. That's what Spirit's saying. So I welcome anything else they have to say. Listen carefully to everything I say because I go into channel mode. I just go. I just flow. I'm just channeling the entire thing. Okay. Like I said, I have the Jupiter Sun crystal set, the amethyst, citrine, and sunstone. And I also have jasper, red jasper here. I have a bay leaf. I have my hands, light, whatever else comes through. So I'm calling us into the highest light and the highest light in and out only. Calling in the energies of the north, the east, the south, and the west with earth, wind, fire, and water. All combined from the west back to the north and anchored in the highest divine love, light, and support. This is the interstellar gateway we are going to align to right now. Remember, if you haven't healed all your karma, you're not fully aligned. It's just the way it is. But I feel something in my solar plexus. Okay. I close my eyes through a majority of this because I go somewhere else. I just channel. I become not just a vessel, but a divine light grid. So I do see the crystalline grid and I see all of the pyramids. So Fiji, Indonesia, Myanmar, Machu Picchu, Budapest, Thailand, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Nigeria, Ecuador, Congo, Kilimanjaro, British Columbia. Remember what I said. I cut off Mount Shasta from life support. My 3 painting series is the White Buffalo. It's supposed to be buffalo running, but I couldn't paint that. And all the volcanoes going off and earthquakes. And the sun returning with a beautiful rainbow over a mountainside, which I also saw yesterday in my healing, and I didn't put that together. And then we have the portal of return into the cosmic sun. Okay, this is the time frame we're in. And for some reason, I'm still going out to the full eclipse. But I don't dictate time frame. I don't try to allow my limited mind to understand. So let's see what Spirit has to say. The cosmic rays are coming in. Saint Germain with the Akasha records is coming in. And I call those energies in with me that are able to receive this at this time. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Oh, this is powerful energy because we are feeling these planets move. We are feeling this energy move. We are feeling the light push out the darkness. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. Saint Genevieve is stepping forward. The energy, and I don't want to just say Jesus. I'm literally feeling Lord Sananda, Yeshua, Jesus, and Mary Magdalene. Okay, their souls have united. I'm also feeling Sekhmet and Horus energy, soul united. And I'm feeling Adam and Eve energy, soul united. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. I call in this grid of protection far and wide and the most beautiful power connected healing possible. I open up to whatever is needed at this time for this energy, for this healing. This is a return workshop. I'm hearing that again. So what I'm seeing in my mind's eye as I'm getting ready is I'm going to walk this path of the cosmic sun, and I'm going to walk into the eye of the sun, and then I'm going to burst out this energy through the sun, through this alignment of the planets. Okay. So, but each one of you are going to receive that are able to align with that gateway. Does this make sense to you? So we're going to start out by closing our eyes. I want you to see this in the center. It's like sitting in a circle. Okay. Like almost what looks like red sand. And in the center looks like this fire, but it's also a pyramid. It's kind of like glowing like the citrine pyramid, where in the center it looks like this orange yellowy fire, but it's also a pyramid. I don't know how else to explain that, but I want you to envision, sense, see, feel, or imagine sitting in a circle around that little fire pit that's in the shape of a pyramid. So it almost looks like a pyramid, but it also looks like a fire. Make way for the interstellar gateway. Make way for the interstellar gateway. Okay. So I'm saying just to grab this for right now. And I need something else here. Okay, so you see the sun and the moon is on one side of this. We have the sun on that side, the moon on that side. Okay, the Ankh with the snake, and I made this with copper wire. Okay. So I want you to just see yourself standing around that fire. I'm going to separate my energy from yours momentarily because I will walk this path. But I want you guys to continue in your mind's eye, sensing, seeing, feeling, being present with that beautiful fire in the center. So I see my Black Panther showing up, which is my spirit guide, an animal spirit guide of mine that will walk with me on this path. And I see myself barefoot, and I'm in pure white. I'm just wearing pure white, like a beautiful pure white, like linen dress, just very light. And I see myself walking this path. Stay with the fire in the center. And I feel the earth beneath my feet as I take steps. I feel dizzy. I'm starting to feel a little like discombobulated. I see lots of trees. I see the cosmic rays, lots of cosmic rays surrounding us, above us. Lots of cosmic rays. And I'm just walking this path. Interstellar gateway. As I'm walking this path, it's clearing my energy and also your guys' energy. So as you're sitting near this citrine fire, we'll call it, but it's like a pyramid. It's in the center of you. It's starting to purify your auric field. We have Tatanka stepping forward, who is drawing an Ankh on your forehead with the energy of the fire. So it's not quite like ash, but it's like taking the energy of the fire, almost like with the flame. It's almost like with the flame, and he's drawing an Ankh on our foreheads, all of your foreheads, as I walk this path, carrying the energy of the sun. I'm going to speak the language of the sun to start to really open up your energy. Guala entere wala utuntuala entere wala entobala kita itam bal tuntuala entara enter ikle entere wala yo we antalawa yakete antalo tuwa Ukala atala mantawan tuwala I wala ta I I'm also being surrounded by lions. Lots of beautiful, powerful, masculine lions. And some feminine. Lioness. Walking right beside me. The energy is so powerful. It's like if I touch certain things, it will burn. Like if I touch a leaf without life, it will just go into flames. So just keep meditating by that fire. Just keep your focus to that fire if you can. Imagine, sensing, seeing, feeling, just being present, following my voice. I see crows coming with me as well. So now I'm also being surrounded by crows. And a white eagle. A white eagle, which has spiritual meaning. All of it does. There's a snake kind of following me, like when you defeat something and it becomes yours. That's how it feels. I'm no longer afraid of this snake. I got the chills. Oh my gosh, so many chills. If you watched my journey in the Adam and Eve timeline, you would know what that means fully. No longer afraid of the snake. It is now docile and behind me, follows me for guidance. Now it's as if I see these large planets above us. So you know how in the movies you'll see like very large planets. If they're supposed to be out of space on another planet, you'll see other really large planets like right there. That's what I'm seeing. I see Earth. This is an interstellar gateway. This is the reset point. This is the reset point. And now we will literally be in two worlds. One is dying and falling, and the other is rising. And we must rise with the light. If we are ascending, we will be guided and aligning to the new earth in every way. Balanced heart center required. Balanced heart center required. I see the Galactic Council also stepping forward. I feel like I'm channeling, but when I asked who I was channeling, it's just me. It's the sun. It's the sun, the moon, and just me. Interstellar gateway. And I see all of these stars and the northernest star coming up. And I feel this energy that doesn't like this. It does not like this. So we're going to clear that energy. We're going to clear it away. And then your Akasha records are being accessed. It's a DNA point as well. So those that are ready and available for the DNA of the sun can receive that. You cannot bypass spirit, by the way. So you don't make assumptions to what is. You just allow what to be for to be. And if they're showing you to heal something, then don't hesitate. If they're showing you to do something, don't hesitate. But you also need to be in the silent mind and an open heart to receive what they're showing you. Oh, yeah, we are on our heart path. Some will go this way and some will go that way. This is the restart point, the reset point, interstellar gateway, reset point, karma return point. This is the karma return point. We are in the darkness. We are in the darkness before the light. We are in the darkness before the light. This is the reset point, the reset point. All things will be seen. From the sun and the moon, So I'm still walking this path, and each one of you that is joining me, sitting around this fire, because you're still sitting there, you have spirit guides, angels, and beings of light coming up to you. So they can be many different types of beings. It could be an angel, it could be a divine guide like Pleiadian figure, it could be just whatever you need, whatever is for you, the type of healing that you need. Okay. And they're going to start to go into your, I'm seeing them at your palms first. They're going to your palms first. They're opening up the palm chakra. That's important. I need my palm open. And what I'm seeing here is like in the hand of God, in God's hands. We are in God's hands. Do you hear what I'm saying? That's so important. I see this hand that is like larger than life. We are in God's hands. We are in God's hands. In God's hands. So surrender into God's hands. And they're like cleansing your hands, almost like taking some water with like this rag that's very gentle, very soft, very pure, and they're just cleansing. It's water is important here. We have elements. Okay, I've got fire. Everything I'm touching is kind of burning, and they're cleansing your hands with water. That's so important that I mentioned that way. And I'm walking this path, and I feel the intensity of the energy getting bigger and louder and bigger and louder. And if the divine masculine wants his path, then he better show up now. I'm walking this path alone. It's not his energy being called in. They will no longer call in his energy. You cannot bypass spirit. You either walk your path or you don't. There is no excuse. I'm also hearing something about like Mars conjunct Venus. I'm hearing all these planetary movements. I'm seeing these planets. And I did this before when I took us into 70, and then also in Birthing New Earth. It's like all these planets, and I've aligned, and we brought in new planets. So we have new planets coming in. What is Pleiades? Pleiades is 7 sisters, 7 planets, 7 stars, 7. The birth of 7th wave of creation. It's the 7th wave of life. 7th wave. Spirit has said that many times on the work that I've done, and the poles will also they're shifting. They're already shifting, which is why you're seeing happen what's happening. We are literally about to shift into a whole different reality. This is an interstellar gateway, where if you don't feel a shift, then you've anchored in one way, right? But you're going to feel the light remove. We cannot be duality. So now they're going from your palms to your feet, and they're cleansing you. It's like this bowl of water, but it's like true holy water. I don't like the word holy water because it's not a church blessing, but this is pure light, divine light, cosmic light, divine light blessing. And it's cleansing your feet and your palms. But we have the sun and the moon energy still together. And bypassing the messages, it's hard to receive these healings fully. It's actually pretty much impossible. Everything is connected in other words. Everything that I've been saying, everything that I've been doing, leading up to this point, brought us to this point. And so every little detail matters. Every detail matters. Paying attention to the details. And Spirit said for Facebook is slow down. We need to slow down because something's about to speed up really fast. And those that are staying, those that are aligning with the cosmic gateway to the light, need to slow down. I see this. So I'm walking this path, okay, and I'm surrounded by lions, and I see my Black Panther, and I see a white eagle, and I see a crow. But now I'm also seeing a being showing up with this huge feather, and this feather is like it's massively large, and they're using this feather to cleanse my energy. And recently I felt I needed to create the masculine a new wand. It's not just a wand. I think it's a feather wand. It is. It's because I tried to make this wand and it just didn't work out right. But I feel like it's a feather wand. Oh. The feather that I'm seeing that they're cleansing me with is white, but then it has like brown spots at the end of it. So you have the base of it, which is like brown spots with white, and then it fades into pure white towards the tip. I don't know what that is and why I need to say that, but that's what they're cleansing all of our energy with. So they're starting with me, and then your energy will get the same cleansing with this feather. Interstellar gateway path. Oh. When they're cleansing my energy, I can feel it in the solar plexus area. They're using this feather right now, and they're doing the same for you. And I'm surrounded by lions and my Black Panther, and I see beautiful crows and this beautiful, large, very large, pure white eagle, which came in when I undid the Sistine Chapel. Oh. Oh. I'm feeling just energy movement. It's very painful, though. And I'm just walking. And as I'm walking, I feel like I'm walking up now. And I'm walking towards the sun. So I'm going to walking this path, and I'm going to go into the sun. And as we do that, as I go into the sun and the moon, it's going to push out some major energy. Major energy is going to push out the other side like a big, huge blast. And it's going to shoot through the planetary alignment, specifically Saturn and Neptune, the sun and the moon. And then it's going to shoot out from there. I'm creating this line of connection of sun flow. It's like creating this invisible string, but it's not just a string, right? Like it's like a gateway. And it's going to go through the sun and the moon into Saturn first, then Neptune. Saturn first, then Neptune, and then it's going to come into, I don't know, I feel it in my solar plexus. I need it there, like I need it there, but I also need to hit the earth with it. And then from the earth, those that have joined me will be able to receive it through the earth. However, you have to be viable for the alignment of the interstellar gateway, because what I do is for new earth. Oh, and if not, then you will see what needs to be seen. Oh, I feel this in my stomach so bad. It's uncomfortable. So I'm also seeing my feet on the earth. And what I'm going to start to do now for those that are joining me is draw up some earth energy, like a beautiful connected line from the core of the earth. And it's going to find your feet to ground you. I need to just ground your feet, not your chakras, because your chakras need to expand for this gateway. You need to have massively expansive chakras to receive this light. And then the cosmic rays, we're getting like these bubble of protection that's around the earth, bubble of protection going over each one of us individually. And then they went from your hands to your feet, and now they're cleansing your aura with that water. It's pure water. This is pure water, free of purities, free of anything, free of any imperfections. Just pure, cleansed water, like holy water. I'm getting closer to the sun. Every step that I'm taking, I can feel energy moving. And then they're using the feather on you guys. Remember this feather? So it got a little smaller when I see it being used on you guys. There's this giant, massive feather, and it's brown, like spotty brown, like light brown at the base of it, and it fades into white. It's like kind of brown at first and spotted brown and fading into a pure white feather. I don't know what that is, but that's how I need to say it. And I see them putting like this symbol on my, it's the figure 8 on the palms of my hands. Ooh. Oh, all things will be seen. They already are being seen, aren't they? In a very big way, at least the darkness from the light. So it's seeing what the truth was. That's only going to get bigger. We cannot be separate. We cannot be fooled anymore. And I talked about this in Birthing New Earth. As New Earth, there you will not be lied to and deceived and used in that way anymore. All connectedness, beauty, creation, it's a gift. New Earth is a gift. It's a blessing. You are living heaven on earth. Heaven on earth is returning. I can see it in the trees and in the flowers and in the seas. I can see it in the earth. She's returning. She's returning. She's returning. And I see the snake behind me in a different light than I've ever seen. Smaller now. It was so big before, and now it seems so small, so docile, and like my friend. Oh, the chills. I'm beginning to walk into the sun, like walking into the eye of the sun, the Saturn, the sun, the sun, the sun, walking into the eye of the sun. It's like this huge energy entry. So it's a gentle entry first. And I feel like I'm walking into the eye of the sun, and it hurts so bad. Oh. Ow. It's like cleansing away what does not belong as I enter into the energy of the sun. So I'm not fully immersed in it yet. It's like a gentle entry to cleanse away what does not belong. And I'm just seeing so many guides surrounding me, telling me, right, this is balance. It's time to be new earth now. It is time to be new earth now. Free. And I see him scraping my energy. So remember, we have now you're getting the amethyst in the top part of your body energy, citrine in the center, like towards the solar plexus and into the sacral, and then the sunstone in the bottom half. And they're placing that within me as well. It's like amethyst energy going in, citrine in the center, and the sunstone in the bottom. And they're calling these crystals Jupiter Sun. And I see this massive lotus flower. It's like in the center of the eye of the sun. It's just this massive lotus flower in the center of the eye of the sun. And the way I see it in my mind's eye, it's my next painting. It's the next painting I need to do. I need to try to finish my 3-eye atlas one and then do the next one. And that's the one. I see the image. I see the image now. And I'm walking further into the sun energy. So this is the thing, is unless you're ready to receive it, it's difficult. This is intense. This is very powerful. This is very, very intense. It's hard to fake. It's hard to move. It's hard to almost like breathe. It feels like this weight, and it's pushing out what does not belong. And I feel the sun going into our aura, and it's going to come into the trees. So I'm going to create this line from the sun to Saturn and then into Neptune, and then massive light's going to come through and shoot through all of that, through the solar plexus and my body as well, and then into Earth. And then from there, it's like this huge gateway light. It's like a massive solar flash light, but I'm not saying that that's the final one. I need you to understand that this is the starting point of rebirth. We are rebirthing now. Just like I showed you in my videos. It's a rebirth, and then it goes boom, boom, boom. New earth return, new foods, new crops. All this, the earth is being rebirthed right now. And so is mankind. So heart reviews are being applied, okay? Heart reviews are being applied. It's like karma return. So karma is playing out. Karma is now given back. And El Diablo's been shackled and bound. So I talked about this in one of the scriptures God had me talk about recently. Karma is being given back, and El Diablo's shackled and bound. He can't fight back. He can't stop it. He can only take some of you with him. And they will be completely cut off from the heartbeat of God. We can't be duality anymore. The fallen are completely cut off from God. They cannot use the light anymore. Watching rebirthing new earth. That's what we're going through now. I talked about this. So I'm starting to walk further into the sun. Like I'm carrying my staff of the sun as well. I'm just filling up with sun, and very gently, very slowly, very methodically, it's coming in through my aura. I can feel it coming into my hands and my feet. I can feel it coming in very gently, just becoming one with the eye of the sun. And then in the center of the sun, I will do something. I don't know what, but I need to do something. And then shove the sun through in the massive burst of light. And it's going to go through Saturn and Neptune, like this line of creation. It's like a axis alignment. This is a quantum portal. And it's going to go through that. And through my solar plexus, as well as also part of that gateway portal, because our solar plexus, solar, sun, and it's going to go into the earth and all the way into you. This is the gateway portal access. So DNA, whatever healing is necessary for you, they're still using the feather on you. And then they're placing some crystals in your hand. You need to hold these crystals to help absorb some of the light, but also help to draw out what is not. So I see it almost like, no, these are clear quartz crystals. Some smoky quartz for some, but mostly like clear quartz, a little bit of rose quartz, or quartz crystals. That's important. So remember, I placed the Jupiter sun crystals in you, amethyst in the top part, citrine towards the solar plexus, and sunstone below. You need these to help ground you through this gateway. I'm walking into the sun. It's dissolving. It's dissolving what I've been working through. It's dissolving the energy. And then I have other chakras that I'm seeing that align with the planets. And those are aligning. They're opening. So between my sacral and my root is a planet, is a chakra that's connected to planets. And I can see it moving and aligning. I see it moving and aligning. And I see other planets coming in and like waking up. And these have to do with 7D. These have to do with 7D. It's a different planet. It's not a planet we're familiar with, but they're also in the alignment. We just can't see them yet, but they are there. I can feel it, and I can feel it in my body. So it's drawing the sun up now through my feet, my ankles, my calves, my knees, my thighs, and into the root. And from the root, drawing the sun through the root into this other chakra. And through that one into my sacral now. And then from the sacral, rebuilding the alignment from the sacral to this next chakra. It's not the solar plexus, it's in between. So that's already the fourth chakra. So we had root, another chakra, sacral. So sacral was a third. And now we're in the fourth chakra. And then the solar plexus will be the fifth. Drawing it up through there. Interstellar gateway alignment. And now they're starting to open up your chakras. So remember, they placed crystals in the palms of your hands. These are quartz, very important. And they're starting to open up your chakras for expansion. So that fire that you're sitting around, they're using that energy as an expansive tool. So they're taking some of the energy of that fire and placing it in each chakra for you to expand. You need to expand your chakras, expand your conscious awareness for this interstellar gateway portal. This is the reset point. This is the reset point. And then from there, new earth returns and rebirths. So you need to be living through new earth now if you're rising. That shows if your karma is cleared or not. Anyways, because heart reviews are karmic return is now. And then in the end, it's no more. That final portal. But we're in it. It's a continuum. It's a space-time continuum. It doesn't stop. It doesn't separate. It doesn't end. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until one earth is completely gone and the other has returned all the way. Does that make sense? So it's like a process, but it also can feel very quick and also very slow. It just depends. It's quantum field. It's not understood in our limited mind. So now we're in the solar plexus, my solar plexus, because there was other chakras in between that are also being aligned. And it's like filling those up. It's just filling those up and they're spinning and I can see all of them and they look like the planets. So within my body, my chakras look like all the planets. So even though we're focusing on Saturn and Neptune, there's more. It's the sun and the moon, Saturn and Neptune, but there's more that are being connected to this light, this line, this energy axis. I also hear like Mars and Venus, and they're all connected. So we're not separating any of that, but this has to do with the reset point. Saturn's very important for the return work. I told you that. It represents karma return. And then when I brought the blood of Christ and undid the Holy Grail, I told you it's karmic shift now. This is it. This is the reset point, rebirth point, reset point. So it's like, boom, and the light hits this point, boom, and separates the two earths. The light hits this point, boom, and separates the two earths. The light hits this point, boom, and separates the two earths. And you are walking the path of the divide. So every choice you make, heart reviews are being applied, karma return. Some will make it to a certain gateway and fall off, and others make it all the way to new earth. This is the 0 degree point. It's the reset point. All things will be seen. Oh, okay. From the solar plexus, and between my solar plexus and my heart chakra is a 3 chakra system is what I'm seeing. I wanted to say 1, but then I see 3. So I see 1 in the center and 2 on each side. So this is between my solar plexus and my heart. So these are new. I've never seen these ones before. I've seen 1 between there, but never seen 2 on each side. And that's what I'm seeing. It's a 3 and it represents like 3 suns. And now they're taking the fire that you're sitting around and they're cleansing all of our solar plexus with that fire. And my 3 chakras that are between the heart chakra and the solar plexus. It's like 3 suns. That's kind of the energy I feel with it. And I see the image of like atomization. It's like atomizing. It's totally atomizing. You know what I mean? Like, like I see all this light like flying around, like, and things happening and atomization occurring. So we are evolving as a species. It's hard to put your mind around that because a lot of times it takes lifetimes to see that. But it's happening right now. This is the reset point. We are truly being rebirthed right now. It's the 0 degrees reset. And some will rise to new earth and some will fall with the fallen. There is no in between. It's not available here. So you have to go clear karma somewhere else if you don't clear it all. The fallen will never know life this way. So some will go and some will stay and some will never know life this way. I've explained that quite a few times. Because things take layers to understand. I don't ever try to understand. I try to simplify. I try to be in the center. I try to be in stillness and allow spirit to show me the things when it's time for them to show me. When it's time for them to show me, then I will look into it. But only when they show the nudge to do so, because I don't want to taint anything. It's not about what I think. It's about what is. It's not about my limited mind. Think. I don't want my limited mind involved in what is. It doesn't compute. I also heard the words return of the snake. So I know we're coming out of the year of the snake and going into the year of the fire horse, right? Power. You must be in your power now. You must be in your power from this moment forward. It is time to leave the past behind. Oh, ow, ow, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. So we're going through the solar plexus, and then I had those 3 chakras there that have all been filled and they're moving and connected. I've only seen 1 other there. Now I see 2. So there's 3 that I have like in a line in between my solar plexus and my heart space. I see 3 in a line, and they're representing it through like 3 suns. I don't understand the significance of any of that. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I don't try to make sense of it or fully understand it. I don't need to right now. I'm just telling you what I need to see because that's what they show me. That's the whole point here. Like, I don't need to make sense of things. I don't need to understand them until it's time to understand them. And it will just circle around, or you'll go, now I need to look into that, or, oh, now that makes sense. It rises. It's a processing phase, and I don't involve my ego. My ego is not involved. It's not about right or wrong. It's not about any of these things. All it is about opening up to what is, and they show us what's needed. They show us what to do. They give us what we need to see, and we just need to align to it and just being present. When Spirit talked about planetary alignments, I didn't think of this at all. I never thought of this point until it was time to think about this point. And now I'm time to think about this point. Saturn and Neptune and the 0 degrees and the reset. I didn't think about it. I've heard about it, but I didn't think about it. I didn't even look into it. It didn't matter to me until it needed to matter to me. I don't look at things until Spirit says look at them, because there's a reason for it at that time. I don't need my ego mind to show me. I need Spirit to show me. So it's important that I say that. Oh, okay. So then I see this line of connection going from my solar plexus through those other chakras, those 3 chakra alignment, and into the heart space. And now this is where I'm going to start entering the cosmic sun. Okay. It's like entering the cosmic sun, and I'm beginning to like push it out. I'm beginning to expand the sun. I need to expand the sun. She needs to expand. She needs to expand. And so does the core of the earth. So does the core of the earth. I need to expand. I need to expand the sun. I need to expand the sun, and I need to expand the core of the earth, the core of the earth. So it's like as if I'm sitting in the center of the sun and I see the earth beneath me. I see the earth beneath me, and I see all the life and all the light, and I see all the other stuff, and they're still on the earth, and I see the difference. I see the difference in the two, and I need to take the sun, and I need to take the sun, and I need to expand it. But I'm going to expand the core of the earth through Saturn and Neptune. I'm going to expand the core of the earth through Saturn and Neptune. It's going to be like a boom, and it's going to shoot right through the sun into Saturn and Neptune and all the way into the core of the earth, and boom, expand, 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 expand through the trees and through the seas and the birds and the breeze. Expand. And then it's going to expand through mankind for those that are living new earth in real time. I'm going to say that again. It will expand mankind for those that are living the earth, the new earth, through your actions, through your choices, through your voices, through the light. Expand the light and shine it out and align with new earth and all that you do. There is no need to fear. There is no need to have shame and blame and all this negativity and who's right and wrong. And it's not about an ego. It's not about an ego. It's about love. It's about love and beauty and what is and seeing what is and sharing that with each other. It's about becoming one under the sun. Expanding the sun. So I feel like I'm in the sun. I'm in the sun and I'm sending language into the sun. I'm sending language into the sun and I need to tell her what to do. I'm sending language into the sun and I need to tell her what to do. Interstellar gateway has now begun. And I send it out. Now remember, they're opening your chakras and expanding them. You have a being of light opening your chakras and expanding them. And I'm in my heart center, which is interesting because I was doing the Merkaba and other symbols that truly represent divinity in the heart symbol. And now I'm going to start drawing up through my heart and into another chakra between my heart and my throat. This is why I've been feeling the pain. I need to be expanded. And down each arm as well. So it's going into a chakra between my heart and my throat. The sun and the moon, remember they're together. The sun and the moon, they're together. The eclipse, they're together. They're still together in the energy. Well, Taio. And I'm about to go like boom, and it's about to burst through the sun, through Saturn. It's a line of connection. It's going to go right through the center of Saturn and boom, right through Neptune and boom, right into the core of the earth and boom, expand all that is. It's just expanding all that is. And your DNA, your alignment needed to be ready. New Earth is returning. We're at the 0 degrees point. We're at the rebirth point. This is the new Earth rebirth. Just like I just showed you, I did this. Where Adam and Eve came together, the snake following me, right? I told you we defeated that. We came back together. That's the whole point of that. The temptations seem quite small now. They don't have power. And it's funny because yesterday I kept hearing, maybe I should just go smoke pot again. I kept hearing that. It's like, maybe I should smoke cigarettes again because then I'll be skinny. Because I used to smoke. And that was probably why I was also skinnier. Then I just loved food because I broke my arm, I broke my leg, and everything happened. And I was sad and I was like, whatever, stupid. But I was thinking that. I'm like, maybe I'll just go smoke again so that I can be skinny again. And I was like, no. And then this morning I was like, how long ago did I actually quit? It was when my DM and I united through the Adam and Eve timeline. Our souls came together and I felt the sun and the moon come together. And I have not had a craving since then at all. And I was battling that hard with my first DM. He was doing harder things. So, because it's legal here. I don't care. I used to go to the store and buy a joint and smoke it all the time. Like it was the thing. And it was interference. And I was thinking, I'm like, I don't even remember when I did it. How long ago was that was coming up? And now here we are. And I didn't see this coming. God is good. God is good. God is good. Oh, the DM and I are not separate. We're one. Ow, ow, ow. So I'm not waiting for him. He's here. But he can show up. He can show up in physical form. But I need to hear that, and I need to say that. We're not separate. We're already all one. He can just show up in physical form. It wasn't needed for him to show up for this because we've already combined. We are truly, generally at the starting point. We are at the 0 degrees point. This is where I birthed new Earth. This is where we're at. And why balance must be required. It is balance from the heart center. Balance from the heart center. That's my truth going into the throat. That is my truth. They're also taking the healing through your chakras to expand more. So they're using that flame into your chakras and expanding your chakras for those who joined me, for those who didn't let anything get in their way and they're chilling with me. However many that is what it is. Not everybody's going to ascend and not everybody's ready for this either. But you're either in the enter gateway or you're not. What I do affects everybody either way. It's just a blessing to be right with it. It's a gift. That's what I'm hearing. It's a gift. And remember the clear quartz in your palm? I didn't get those. You guys did for those joined me. Because it's not necessary, but it's helping you to carry more light. So they're in your chakra. They're placed in your chakra. It's like when I place crystals underneath the pyramids, they carry the sun and they help the energy expand. Does this make sense? That's the crystalline grid. So they put them in your palm chakras to do the same thing so they can fill with sun and help you expand. So just like I do underneath the pyramids. Okay, does that make sense? My DM and I are not separate. Removing all separation. We are not separate. There's no separation. I have to hear that again. There's no separation. And there was temptation. Now I see why. It was so subtle, though. It's just like, well, I haven't done that forever. And then I was like, how long has it been since I actually stopped having those cravings? And that was the day that we became one in the Adam and Eve timeline. Part 1 of Birthing New Earth, day 1 of Birthing New Earth. We came together and then I processed the snake. I dreamt about that. I talked about that in my recent videos. I felt the sun and the moon at our soul levels come together. It was so intense and I felt all this energy rise. And then I dreamt and I processed the snake right after that coming out of my garden. It was so big and it was chasing me. And I saw all these temptations and I saw my daughter only there. And then my DM was there and he just watched. And then all of a sudden the snake stopped. Like I was backing up and it stopped and it threw up a white rat. I think it was a rabbit rat. I think it was white and it was not dead. It was like partially regurgitated, but it was still alive. And then the snake just stopped chasing me. And I had to look that up. The white. And today the snake was following me all small. This all makes sense to me. It may not to you, but it does to me. And it does for the return. We are truly at the reset point. And again, I don't ever try to assume what Spirit's talking about with planets. I didn't ask about that. I asked to see if anybody watched my videos to see where I shifted the poles at. It could be in any of the workshops that I've done. I don't know, but it's in them. It's definitely in them, but that's okay. I'll see it when I need to see it, I guess. But now I needed to focus on the planets. That's when God nudged it was today for this reason. So we had the 17th, which was solar eclipse, 18th, prepping the planetary alignment, and then we're in it. This is a 0-degree reset point. Rebirth of mankind. So my throat got wonky, so let me tune in and slow down. Okay, so I'm filling up with the sun. So now I aligned my chakras and I'm starting to fill up with the sun. And it's going to my throat. So let me tune in here. I release all separation. I release all separation, all judgment and all lack. I release everything holding me back. I love my DM. I am love and I choose love. Something with Kilimanjaro just came up. So I saw this image and I couldn't quite make sense of it. And then it looked like Kilimanjaro. So it's like massive amounts of light going through there. Now, if you truly watch all of my work, I undid Mount Shasta. I talked about it's dead to the earth. It will not receive any light. It will not receive any light in California. Nothing. Even the sequoia trees that I used to go to there have been cut off from the grid of connection. I can't repeat that enough. But Kilimanjaro replaces that energy. So it's like that is a masculine mountain. It is a masculine energy. It's a masculine pyramid grid that I activated, and it's going to be expanding through there. And then Fiji has a root chakra, which is returned back there, but also has a pyramid in the portal of the gods and all of that. So it's all connected, all relevant. Okay, so I'm going up through the throat still. I feel a little bit left in the throat. Now, as I rise from the throat, it's like all these chakras. There's quite a few chakras in the head. This is my head. Remember, they're taking the flame and expanding your chakras. You have to expand them. They placed crystals in the palms of your hand in order to expand through the energy. You need to be able to carry the light through this. You need to expand through the light, and that's what this is helping you do, because those rising need to expand. We need to expand with the earth. And the light grid, we need to expand. Those that are not rising lose the light. Okay? You cannot be duality. You cannot carry light with shadow. You cannot. It's just not a maybe. That's the return. And I keep hearing my damn song. Let me show you the world. Take you wonder by wonder. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? A whole new world. You know that song? I hear that a lot from my DM. A new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. Did you hear those words? It's true. In the new earth, we won't be lied to anymore. We won't be dictated. It's ours to create through our heart space, but you have to be free of karma. You have to be free of giving your power of God to the shadow. You cannot do that. You need to be able to see the difference between the two. Are you guided by ego, or are you shining through the light? And now I see this, like what was separation, it's like coming from this point in my solar plexus, and it's starting to go like this. And it's rising up through the center of me. And then I'm going to shove the sun out, and it's going to burst through this light of connection. And it's going to go through Saturn, fill it, and it's going through Neptune, filling it, and then directly down into the core of the earth. And I see these lights coming on in my chakra systems above my throat. It's like boop, 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 boop. They're all filling. And I see my crown moving, and I see the DNA symbolism in my crown and in my third eye. In my third eye, I see this most beautiful flower. It's like a very dark purple, blue purple flower. It's very beautiful. That's so interesting, because I haven't thought about smoking anything in a long time. And the other day I was like, well, I could, and then I'll get skinny again. It kept coming in my head. I'm like, that's so gross, because I quit. Like I quit because of my new DM. Like that temptation finally went away when we aligned fully into the reset point. So that makes a lot of sense. It was coming up now, and then the snake was following me. And I was even questioning today. I'm like, when did I quit for like good? I think in June it'll be 2 years. I can't remember when we did the rebirthing. It was August. See, remember I said August 8th, the 8/8 portal is when that New Earth workshop was done, the Lionsgate portal. So to look at what year that was, that's when I stopped having temptations. Because my DM and I became one at our soul level again. And so I feel this closing off. I see that. I recognize it. I didn't play into it. But my thought was, I can get skinny again. It'll stop me from eating so much. And then I see my palms of my hands fill up with the sun. And once your chakras are all expanded, then I can shove the sun. It's like, it's going to be like a big, remember I talked about this, how it's going to seem like somebody shoots a bullet through the sun. Yeah. I'm about to shove a bunch of sun right out into Saturn, Neptune, and then into the core of the earth. But there's others, there's like 3 other planets in the energy that I feel. So it's not just Saturn and Neptune it's affecting. I just need you to know that. It's not. I also kind of hear like Mars and Venus and other planets that will feel this. Well, first of all, they're all connected, just like we are. Okay, I think we're about ready. Your guys' chakras are expanded for those that actually stayed and joined me and are hearing me and with this healing, sitting around that fire, receiving all that is. And the crystals in your palms will stay. They need to stay to help expand this energy. It's just like when I put the crystals beneath the pyramids that I activated, they expand in the sun, and that's our solar grid. That's our solar power. Do you understand? It helps carry the sun frequency, the energy. And that's what those crystals are helping you do on your palms. They're quartz. It's specifically quartz crystals that they used today. I'm ready. Remember the hand of God? It's like the hand of God. I literally see my hand as large as God's hand. And I am going to take the sun and rip it through. It's like I'm going to grab a chunk of the sun and just aggressively like rip it through, and it's going to send this trajectory like a bullet coming through, like boom. It's going to send a trajectory of sun right through, and it's been happening, by the way. Have you looked at the Schumann resonance? It's going right through Saturn, then Neptune, and then the core of the earth. And I keep hearing it has to do with also like Venus and Mars and the northern star. I see a northern star, almost like if it's on top of a tree, the tree of life. I see that. So this is the message here. I see this northern star come up, and it's like a tree topper, and they put it on top of the tree of life. And if you are not guided by divine presence, all connectedness, the tree of life, that being your northern star, the star grid of divinity, the divine grid, if that's not your guide, that needs to be your northern star. Okay, that needs to be what you're guided by, which is all connectedness and the divinity. I need to hold the sunstone. I need to hold the sunstone. And completely engulf myself in the center of the sun and the moon. I also heard Venus star grid system, Pleiadian beginning. Rebirth has begun. Rebirth has begun. Gulaan tayo from the Father Moon and the Mother Sun. Rebirth has begun. From the Father Moon and the Mother Sun. Rebirth has begun. From the Father Moon and the Mother Sun, the rebirth has begun. I see Saturn now expanding. It's like the sun going through and into Saturn. I see it going into Saturn. It's like this massive going into Saturn, and Saturn's expanding. It needs to expand, and then it shoots through Saturn through this line of connection to Neptune, and it's expanding. It's expanding at the 0 degree point. It's expanding and filling with the sun. And it's just going and going and going and continually going. It's not just one little burst. It's like a huge wave of the sun into Saturn, a huge wave of sun into the Saturn, and then into Neptune, and then from there into the core of the earth. And it's like bam, like it hits the core of the earth like a massive white light, and it just and expands the core of the earth, and then it goes from there into the crystalline grid of the pyramids, and that's our solar grid system, our power grid system. Our power grid system is coming online. God's light is coming online. It's our power grid system, which is knocking out the power grid system that used to be here, that does not align. And it's like a switch just flipped. A paradigm shift just went where the shades were down, they are now up, and light just it's going from the sun through Saturn through Neptune into the core of the earth and other planets too, and it's shooting out from the core of the earth and through the earth grid, through the ley lines, through the energy system. Newgrange, Ireland also, remember, I returned the sun there. This is very important, and it's like expanding, and it's expanding the energy grid, and it's going from there into the crystals and the pyramids and shooting out of the top of the pyramids. The great return of the sun is done. It's here. It is here. It is here. It's like the new light just came on. The light grid just came on. The energy grid just went woof and came on. And it's continuous, like woo, the sun into Saturn. Saturn expands and shoots it into Neptune. Neptune expands and shoots it into the core of the earth. And the core of the earth goes woo, and it goes out into the ley lines. It goes out through the volcanoes. It goes out through the pyramid grid, the crystalline grid of all the ones that I activated: Fiji, Indonesia, Myanmar, Machu Picchu, Budapest, Thailand, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Kilimanjaro, Congo, Ecuador. That 13. I believe there's 13 pyramids, and I think I just said them all. And it's filling up all of those. This is the interstellar gateway. And those are the pyramids I've activated since 2019. And in there is a pole shift. There's all these things happening, and the planet's moving, and new Earth. This is new Earth rebirth. We're at the rebirth point. And from this point on, the division is here. You cannot cross into new Earth where there is shadow. We must live through new Earth now. We must live through new Earth now. So I'm in my DM solar plexus, and I want to place a lot of love there and light, and I want to clear out any debris who thinks I don't love him. But I do. I do. And then I just see the return. So you know how they talk about Jesus coming out of the sky? This is what they talked about. The sun coming down and return of light. And then consciousness and awareness wakes up, and you realize he's been right here the whole time. And also, remember, Pope had stole his soul. The Catholicism, what they really did. It's all in the Holy Grail. It's all in all that was undone. The proof is there. And it's been returned. So the light grid is complete. And now all this light is coming in, and that's the interstellar gateway. And the 13th portal to heaven on earth has begun. The rebirth point. The sun needed to come through the planets And my chakras needed aligned, and yours needed expanded. So now it's going to come through the earth, through the core, through the trees and the breeze and the seas and all the things. And it's going to come into you. So it's going to start trickling through that fire, through that energy that you're next to, into your feet and into each chakra very slowly. It can't be too fast. It needs to come into your energy grid very slowly. And it starts with your DNA. The sun returns through your DNA, which is why you needed DNA activations and upgrades, which is why they pushed those other things, which is why some of us would say, don't do that. It needs to be able to come into your DNA. And then it's going to, you're going to come online, like boom, 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 with new earth. And karma is being applied right now. So we are in the interstellar gateway. This is the starting point of rebirth, of new life and new earth. This is it. This is the paintings that I did, where I have the white buffalo with the volcanoes, and then I have the return of all the light and the rainbow over Kilimanjaro, and the snake. Just it all makes sense to me. And then the final portal home. It's beautiful. So we're going to let that trickle in. So it's going into your DNA if you're viable. It's going into your chakras through the earth. You will not receive it directly through the sun. It will come through the planets into the center of the earth and then out through everything and into you. It's also in the cosmic rays. It's in the atmosphere. It's in the breath. It's in all the things. So you need to expand into the earth. Expand your connection into earth, because it's God's earth. And it's there as a gift to you to connect you deeply and deeply to this grid, to new earth grid. And then I just saw like this massive burst of light coming through the sun. So here's the thing. Okay, I need you to hear this very clearly, because this is what they just showed me. Okay, you need to be guided by the divinity, all connectedness, tree of life, conscious connection, Christ consciousness connection. Okay, that's your northern star. Co-creating with that only. Okay. We created the cosmic portal is created. The grid is connected. It's all connected. It's all connected. The interstellar gateway is active and now awakened. It is now connected. Okay. This is the divide from darkness to light. We cannot be both. Okay. And so now the sun, I see continued bursts of massive rays of the sun just down into the earth. Be ready. For those who joined me today, will be able to carry that light even more. I mean, unless it's ego telling you you can, but you didn't really just receive it. You should experience things as well. Not just hear me right now. Like, you'll hear me on a deeper level, if that makes sense. It'll like... and then I hear my DM's beautiful song. I can show you the world, take you wonder by wonder. When did you last let your heart be your guide? A whole new world. A new fantastic point of view. Nobody to tell you no or where to go or say we're only dreaming. So our dreams become our reality. Our heart dreams become our reality. Balance from your soul path is required now. Required from this moment forward. We are walking the return path now. Like, I need you guys to understand that. You are walking the Nile path right now. Okay, the Nile is once you can't cross that if you have karma. Watch my Return of the Nile videos, those workshops. That is what turns blood dry in the end, because it's what's removed. We are now walking that. You are literally walking the interstellar gateway. Prepare for powerful shifts and an earth grid energy return. All right. You're going to keep expanding and receiving the light of the sun if you participated and are able and viable. Okay. This is the walking the interstellar gateway, and to receive that kind of light helps you, okay, for those that could. But also it affected the entire Earth grid either way. And I will stay aligned with the sun, and I will stay in the center of the sun for a little bit of time. So I'm not ending that, but I will end this healing for today. So I'm going to start to set the intention to anchor in all that was done. So now again, I created that line between the sun and Saturn and Neptune. I mean, it's aligning, that's there, but I shoved the sun through it even more. I don't even know how to tell you and explain this to you all the way, but it's gonna, I see massive, like something shot a bullet through the sun and shot it through the planetary alignment down into the core of the earth. I saw the atomization, and this is the 0 degrees point. This is the reset point. From here, it's either new earth or not. Period. You have to be living new earth. It has to come through you. It doesn't happen to you. You have to be living new earth. Co-creating with God, with divinity. This is a 0 degrees point, the reset of mankind. Heart reviews applied. So that's like karma return. So much love, my friends. So I want to take a moment and start to bring our focus. I didn't even know where I went. I told you I was not here. I'm going to start to bring my focus into this space. Putting the crystal down took me out a little bit, and I'm starting to continue that. So I want to become aware. I want to become aware of our feet. I want to become aware. I was like truly somewhere else. That was intense. So I need to start taking my focus here. What is yours, and what is mine is mine. I want to separate our energy from this healing. But the sun will not can stop coming through. It's like these massive rays. So if today's the 18th and it's completely aligned towards the 20th, I just need you to understand it's going to continue shooting rays of sun through that. Already in the alignment now. And it's just hitting the earth. And then that's the 0 degrees reset point. It's like a big flash. It goes, okay. It's just the sun energy. It's a big, and it's changing the earth grid. It's changing the electrical grid. It's changing the grid. And you need to be guided by all consciousness, all connectedness by God, by the tree of life. That needs to be your northern star, which is all connected. We're all connected. If you watch Avatar, that movie, they go into the tree, right? And they all connect to the tree. And that's Iowa. I think that's what they call it, where you can see all of life. And it's just, yeah. That's truly real. Like we're all connected, and the tree of life is like our guiding star, our focal point. Yeah. New earth has begun. I'm so excited. All right. So let's take our focus to our feet, our ankles, our calves, our knees, and our thighs, and you can begin to move and stretch. You will keep those crystals in your palms and the expansive energy to carry the sun and help carry the sun for the gateway for all of mankind. It helps us expand. So remember, they say we need to expand through mankind. Yeah, those that are staying just expand and carry new earth. They start living through new earth and they expand it and carry it for others. That was beautiful. So I'm going to draw my focus at my torso, my arms, my hands. We're going to close out this healing for today. What is yours, and what is mine. Only connected through that space and time for that healing, right? So we're all connected, but as far as intricately for this healing, it's done. So I'm going to anchor it all in. Put out protections individually. We are under the cosmic rays. We are in an interstellar gateway. I can't explain that enough. That's what we're in. We are in the center of an interstellar gateway. So if you want to see more aliens, yeah, you probably can very soon, if not already. It's a vibrational frequency as well. That's why some of us already know. We already know. We connect. We hear. We see. We feel. We know. And others are like, yeah, I need more proof. Okay. So when you're ready, if you haven't already, open your eyes and come out of this. Ooh. That was amazing and quite long. An hour and a half just flashed before my eyes. But honestly, every workshop that I've done for these generally lasts about an hour and a half. And I hate to do this, but I think I'm going to rearrange my office space. So I like the behind me setup, but it takes a lot of room out of my space. So it may be a little different next time, but that's okay. I'm so proud of myself. Fully getting the validation that those were temptations, but they were mild. It was just like little thoughts. I'm like, I could be skinny if I smoked again. I'll be skinny anyways. I've been working out and just loving myself more and more. So I'm not worried about that. How silly though that was, right? What a little simple thing. And I probably in the past would have been like, all right, I'm just going to get a joint, whatever. I don't do that. It's just like the temptation lost all power, which is probably why they showed the snake just like slowly slithering behind me. And that's how all things need to be, knowing what thoughts are true and what thoughts are not, what thoughts serve you and which thoughts do not. Every video I've done lately is so important. All of them have been. I hope you got what you needed out of this, and I hope you could see and hear enough. And if you can't, what also helps is to watch my videos more than once. Like I heard somebody who they take notes of my videos. That really is not going to help you. If you watch them again, you're going to see something next time you didn't see before when you're ready. You will keep awakening more. You will keep seeing more of it. So it can help to watch more than once. You may have missed things the first time because your shadow was too loud. And so it's super important to understand that. Okay. These things are not false and they're not outside of us. They're intricately connected. So the more we awaken, the more aware we become, the more in them we can see. They won't go anywhere. It's important to keep reusing them. Okay, rewatching them, reusing them, hearing intricately more. This time you may see something this time you didn't see before. And that's because God is very vast. The true work is very vast. It can't be limited to the mind. Okay, so the more you expand, the more aware you become, the more you can see. So much love, my friends. Thank you for joining me if you did. Until next time, I'm excited. I didn't realize this to be. See you later. Bye.